Welcome, Gemini, to your monthly reading for January 2018. So this is dealing with love. So I do feel here, as I'm shuffling the cards, some energies did come out, and I feel like there's some issues with you either not communicating with someone or someone not communicating with you and letting you know the truth. And because of this is a scenario that is very toxic, and it's something that could have been going on for a lot of 2017. I feel like you have to be aware of those issues popping up again in the year of 2018, because the devil is showing up, which is you needing to break away from the situation which is having you possessive or jealous, and it's a very unhealthy kind of energy and could be having you feeling insecure when you don't have to feel that way. So if you are dealing with someone who is manipulative, that there's this in and out kind of thing that's going on, or a relationship that you know you're not happy with, it's reevaluation time to figure out if that's going to be something that you can actually tolerate or deal with for this month or the rest of the year. So let's see what's going on with you, Gemini, for January 2018. Message for January 2018 in love, their energy. Others may be seeing you, your partner, what your partner may be going through if you're dealing with someone. These energies are for love, so most likely you should be dealing with somebody or could be dealing with somebody. So let's see, energies for Gemini love for January 2018. Okay, so the beam, okay, going through that separation or divorce, or getting out of something that has been very toxic. I feel for many of you out there, this is kind of being rebellious and you don't want to deal with certain things that are not healthy for you. I feel for many of you out there, the Six of Wands is in reverse. So again, you're being ignored, you're feeling a bit down, a bit jealous of your partner for some of you out there, but it's coming through in a way of that person not really letting you know that they're motivated enough to make the partnership work. So this is you vying for their attention, wanting that affection, and it's not coming your way. So there's some issues with your confidence levels, maybe sporadic this month. So we have the Empress in reverse. So this is maybe a wife that some of you are dealing with, or a husband, someone, this could be you, someone who is in a relationship and they're not happy. It could be dealing with a Taurus, maybe two Taurians that you're dealing with for some of you out there. But this is a card of something that's not being nurtured, not being taken care of. You may not be really taking care of yourself emotionally, and that's why I warned you to make sure that you're doing that first and foremost. All right, because it can become a codependent relationship, and it's not good. All right, now the Page of Pentacles is in reverse in the recent past. So issues with children, getting your children to school, getting your partner, husband or wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, to help out in a relationship if you are matched up with somebody else. So money issues with goals, with plans, things moving forward. Maybe there's a project or an offer of love being turned down because someone does not have the motivation enough to kind of keep a stable job or something like that that's going on. Could be a younger person as well. Now we do have the Three of Wands. So again, your goals, focusing on the future. I feel for many of you out there, kind of trying your best to turn away from the heavier energy that you have been dealing with coming from 2017 for some of you out there. All right, now the Hangman is here, and I feel like this is the energy of you trying to avoid a certain situation. This is like you not wanting to be restricted anymore, again moving away from something, but often not allowing things to kind of sink in. Yeah, you want to get away from it, but if you were to kind of relax your mind, maybe certain things will resurface again that you're not really wanting to deal with. So you continuously have that fast pace, communicating, doing different things, but not really facing a certain issue, a certain person. It could be a Pisces for some of you out there. So a lot of energy where you're doing a whole bunch of different things, but you may not be focused on something. That could be an issue this month. All right, now your energy though, you're coming out with the King of Wands. So you may be called out to do different things. It could be another fire sign that you are dealing with, maybe Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, but you're coming through maybe giving advice, maybe kind of letting others know about where you stand in your relationship, in your love life, kind of saying or stating things that you have been through, at least, so that you can kind of let others know, to warn them about what not to run into or how to run into the good things if they want a healthy relationship. So this is coming through being strong, to being a trailblazer or a leadership, an entrepreneur as well if you're working on business partnerships. So that's coming through there. And you do have strength into how others are seeing you, or how your partner may be seeing you. So being strong, being passionate, trying to make sure that you don't flip out on others, that you're having your emotions under control. All right, so that's there, being brave. Now your partner, they're focusing on the future, so I feel it could be a earth sign, a Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus, but slowly but surely making sure that they are getting everything in order, so that you too, if you are making a partnership, that you can settle down. But right now they may not be ready, or they may be away, just focusing on business trips and things like that. And your partner, if you are single, they may be in the future. All right, so the Four of Wands is in reverse, so the outcome energy for this month of issues with the home environment, the family, issues with the divorce, or someone not wanting a relationship right now, because you may want that complete commitment. They may not be ready, or vice versa. That could be switched around. But there's some issues with communicating around the home, bills not being paid. So here you can see this is almost with that forward, that stability, but it's not there just yet. Some of you may be wanting a new home or to relocate, but certain things are not happening this month. So let's see why the Hierophant is in reverse for Gemini. Why is the Hierophant in reverse for Gemini? Whoa, okay. The Six of Swords, so definitely moving away from someone or an arrangement. Maybe it was a temporary, it could have been a long-term marriage or relationship, or something that was temporary, that didn't work. Maybe someone wanted their cakes and they cake and eat it too. Okay, for some of you out there, and you wasn't liking that, or they was not liking that. If you were juggling two different people, let's see. Clarify the Empress in reverse for Gemini. You see the Four of Cups here, so a lot of times I see that where someone has chemistry with somebody here. The attraction is there, but is it enough for the relationship? Maybe it's the only sexual things, or maybe it's just money, or something is going on where all of the elements are not quite there. Everything that you want is not quite there, so someone may be pushing away because this person may be someone you're not used to. All right, something like that. Clarify the Hangman reverse for Gemini. Clarify the Hangman reverse for Gemini. And the Seven of Wands is in reverse, so I feel like it's like you're pushing someone away from you, kind of fighting them off, and then you go about your business. So someone is doing this with you, kind of giving you the runaround, and it's like you're in and out kind of thing. So you want that to stop. You're trying to put a stop to that. All right. Let's clarify strength for how others may be seeing you, Gemini. Clarify strength. And see, the Devil is in reverse. It came out again. So this is usually trying to break away from unhealthy relationships. This kind of a circular scenario that happens over and over again, especially if a relationship seems addictive or is just one-sided. You know, addressing those things and not having the fear of communicating something and putting a stop to that communication if that's needed. If the communication is constantly toxic or heavy, it's not something that needs to go on and on and on and on, you know. So it's realizing those kind of things, I feel. Clarify the Knight of Pentacles for Gemini, your partner. If you're dealing with somebody, clarify the Knight of Pentacles for your partner. The King of Swords, so it could be an Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini, but I also feel that they are taking you seriously in a way of, if you let them know about themselves and what needs to change, they may be kind of trying to do the best that they can to get themselves in a better state of mind, so that they can communicate, tell the truth, be honest, especially if they're dealing with someone else, and they could have told you this right now as well. So you could be doing those kind of things, and there is some separation, I feel, with you and the other person, where you both are kind of independent or just moving away from one another. Boundaries are happening. Let's clarify the Four of Wands reverse for Gemini. Clarify the Four of Wands reverse for Gemini. Okay. And then you have the Page of Swords. So I definitely feel that there are some issues with the home environment. Could be children as well. Arguments over children. Children being sometimes an obstacle between you and your partner, or just arguments in general when you two are next to one another, and having issues with who's to take care of what around the home, who's not paying for what, who's not giving enough effort in a relationship. And a lot of arguments and disputes are going on, whether they're text messages or face-to-face arguments. Things like that could be going on. So let's see what's going on with you, Gemini, from the Romance Angels for Gemini for the month of January 2018. Happy New Year. January 2018 for Gemini. So we have new love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings, and a lot of times when this happens, either you or another person is still moving on from someone else, or needing to make that decision before this can become something that's deeper, because it is new. So there could be a new attraction or someone that you run into as you break away from the one that was not very much good for you. All right, maybe you have learned your lessons from that particular relationship or person. Messages for Gemini for January 2018. Gemini, January 2018. Retreat. It says it's time to disconnect from the world. That disconnect is here because either some of you are needing space if you have moved on from a certain person, or divorce, still processing them things as you come into the year. So just because we start out a new year doesn't mean that everything is just going to automatically change. Things do take time to evolve, and maybe some of you are needing to spend some time by yourself right now, some space from your partner. That's why I feel like you may be running around doing different things. That's why I mentioned that. So those are your messages for the month. I do hope that they help you out. If you would like a private or personal reading, you can go to the website psychicloveheals.com and schedule something for you. So have a good one.